Word for money given before a job is started. Consider the scenario where a tutor is charging a student $100 for solving an assignment. So the tutor takes $50 as a token before starting and rests $50 when it's done. A way to communicate this to the student is: you can transfer a token of $50 to me. I take token amount of $50 for this. What are the alternative ways of communicating the same? I looked at the synonyms for token, but couldn't find an appropriate word. Also, is the above use of word token correct or appropriate?
Such a payment made in advance of an anticipated complete transaction is often termed an advance. Advance equals money paid before something happens. Cambridge Dictionary. The term has slightly less formal contractual overtones than the equally useful and very similar deposit equals to pay someone an amount of money when you make an agreement with that person to pay for or buy something that either will be returned to you later, if the agreed arrangement is kept, or that forms part of the total payment. Cambridge Dictionary.
Upfront is the word I most commonly see used for this. You can use upfront payment if you're looking for a noun. Upfront, paid or obtained in advance. Cambridge Dictionary. As in, so the tutor asks for $50 upfront and the remaining $50 upon completion. Or, so the tutor asks for an upfront payment of $50 and the remaining $50 to be paid upon completion. This is a bit informal and may seem somewhat out of place in a contract or formal agreement. For example, in such cases, I would probably expect to see something like initial payment or the details of when it should be paid written out without any single word or term used to describe it, e.g. $50 to be paid prior to the commencement of the service.
Would you please transfer $50 to my account as a prepayment? Or, a 50% prepayment is required for this service. Prepay, to pay for something before you receive or use it, to pay something before you are required to pay it. Prepayment, also prepayment, the act of paying for something before you receive it, or the amount of the payment. Send your order with prepayment by check. Certain establishments, hotels, travel agencies, hospitals, car rentals would require a deposit, which is slightly different from prepayment. Deposit. A deposit is a sum of money which you pay when you start renting something. The money is returned to you if you do not damage what you have rented.
When an author is writing a book, she or he may receive an advance. When a publisher is interested in acquiring a book manuscript, it usually offers the writer an advance against royalties, or advance for short. An advance is a signing bonus that's negotiated and paid to the author before the book is published. Source: Writer's Digest. How book advances work, a simple explanation for writers.
While not a single word, the term is regularly used as one. Down payment, a part of the full price paid at the time of purchase or delivery with the balance to be paid later.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.